This is going to be our last song for a while. We're going to play to the mannequins out there, because they're the baddest audience out there. This is for the mannequins out there. So tell the mannequins to grab their partners and do-si-do. Let's get some police brutality going. tight, my love. It's called Alto El Puercos. El Puercos. We're going to take a break.
Sounded good.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. You see how this goes here.
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Hey, you see me, Charlotte?
Shit, man. Ain't see you. I ain't see you.
You don't live with you.
Don't get on the side too much, bro.
Hey. What you doing there, brother?
What I'm doing, I'm here to find out what's going on.
Me, I'm trying to find out what's going on. Who the motherfucker Peckerwood after, man?
That's what we want to find out, man. That's what I gotta see, man.
But you don't know
He
nobody.
knows who he is, yeah.
Hey, what's his name? I'm talking about. Can you
I
give
know
me
what he looks like, too.
Oh, well, give it to me.
You just
So
tell him next time he sees this motherfucker in his blue truck, he best be looking out for his fucking ass, because I ain't talking shit. Got 357 Magnum with his motherfucking name
What did he
all
rip
over.
you out for?
$20 motherfucking twice.
Well,
The last fucking time.
okay. Describe the guy to us.
Business here, that's cool, but just ripping off shit ain't doing nothing but putting people
Right.
on the fucking ground.
Describe this guy.
Huh?
Describe him.
Excuse me?
Describe him.
I ain't gonna describe him. I know him when I see him. He knows who he is, too.
He knows who he is. But see, we need to know who this guy is that's doing that, so we can get him out of there.
You need to get the hell out of here. If you don't, I will.
Well, then just give me who is he?
He went up them stairs right there.
He went up them stairs. What he's got on?
Red shirt.
Red shirt?
Yeah.
Well, what else?
It's hard to describe him. I know him when I see him.
Red shirt?
Yep.
What you gonna get? You should have been down. Team down there. What the hell is
Come up there.
What's up, sir?
Alright, bro, Black.
Some roll. Open the door. Open the door.
Can I put some clothes on?
Yeah, put some clothes on.
Be back at you. Hey, now.
How long it take you? Who's in there with you? Who's in there with you, Rose? Who's with you?
Don't put me on mute.
You didn't make any dealing with anybody out there, did you? Yeah. You been working? Well, guys say a guy with a red shirt on made a deal and sold him some pump.
Oh, that
Is that
was
you? That was you. Where is it? He's got a red shirt.
I know what you're talking about. He not, they got on the cap.
Who is it?
He must have went out. I know what you're talking about. I just saw him. He on the cap and wearing a shirt.
Is that the stranger?
He's a young guy. I don't know. He must have went down the street.
Hey, what?
He must have went down the street. You checking him? You ain't got that thing on you. I ain't ready to get free. He going down the street there.
You ain't got this fella in the room, have you?
Huh?
You ain't got this fella in the room, have you?
You in the cloud.
Yeah.
Man, get that shit.
Hey,
Get off me with that, man. Get out of my room with that shit.
is this your room?
No, this ain't. It's her room, man.
Yeah.
Go on, Fawn. What is you doing, man? Oh,
Hey,
excuse
huh? You what?
I ain't did nothing.
Okay.
What
As long
you
as you
doing with
ain't
that
did
camera?
anything, then everything
I'm
is
in the
alright.
process of doing something. What is you doing, man?
I'm looking for someone.
I don't know. I can't even, man. I'm in this
Did you have any dealing with some fella in the truck out there?
No, man. Why should I have a dealing with somebody? I've been with him, man. I walked up and walked in.
You didn't have any dealing with the fella in the
Why
truck?
you gone, man?
I'm
Quit
asking
messing
you,
with me.
man. I
I ain't
need
had
to
no
know.
dealing with nobody. Why you putting that camera on me, man? I told you that before about that camera,
Hey,
man.
I'm asking you.
Why you always come trying to
Did
take
you
a
have
nigga
any
picture,
dealing
man?
with this guy right there in that truck?
I don't mess with white people, man.
Okay.
You always trying to take a nigga's picture, man. I told you about that, man. They stamp it up in.
Well, who got
Hey,
I told you about always trying to take a nigga's picture, man. Like you police, man.
You sure you wasn't the one?
I'm so, man. I ain't messing with no white boy, man. Why don't you leave me alone with that camera, man?
Well then if you didn't mess with him, why are you grumbling like this?
Cause I'm high, man.
Off of what? You didn't beat my man for $20?
Cocaine, man. I ain't got no money, man. I ain't got no money, man. I ain't got no motherfucking money.
And it wasn't you?
Man, why you doing me like this here, playing with me with that motherfucking camera and I'm high, man?
Who got a bra?
I told you that before, man. You always intimidating me, man. I ain't got to play with you like that, man. Why you play with me like that, man? Why don't you go tell this man, go tell Stamper. Man, I'm gonna tell Blood, I'm going right down there and tell
Yeah,
him,
come on
man.
down.
That's the third time you done did that, man. Every time something happens around here, you come fucking with me with your camera and thing, man. Like you the police or something.
He's down there.
I don't care who down there, man. Why you keep fucking with me with that camera, man? You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna have. You ain't got that on Fonzie.
That's him.
Oh, man, not play with
You
me.
ain't got that on, do you? Did you get me on there?
Come on down.
You didn't get me on there?
You coming down?
Playing with me, man. I'm coming down at your ass.
All
I
right.
told you about taking my picture.
Come on down.
You know what I'm saying? Every time you go, I don't know what you tripping on, man. Every time you do that shit, man. I told you not to be taking my picture with no motherfucking camera.
Do that. Don't put me on. Who got a broom?
That's my guy.
I know. He on the mission.
There you go.
Yeah, Fonz, my man, I'm gonna have to get on that.
Better roll right now.
Oh, and Fonz, somebody said that somebody to see you. How you?
They don't have no benches. I've seen a lot of them people sweat. There's no benches or there's no shade on them. I've seen some of them older ladies.
Wouldn't that have improved the office?
No, not really. Oh, hi, how you doing?
Good evening. Afternoon.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? This is the group I was telling you, referring to the Convention of Black Fun and the Alliance. What I was saying is that I'm bringing out the ideas regarding, these are the ASU students.
Hello.
Hello there.
Do you have any other ideas?
How about an office like a Social Security office, something, because I know because of my mother, okay?
It's true, it'd be
She has to
beneficial.
go, we have to take her here uptown, there's nothing to do. They need something here for the older people, Social Security, whether it's a dingy little office to ask questions, you know.
Like your human resources center more.
How much support do you get from the transport?
I doubt it. I mean, I would like to see some of the revenue this hospital makes go into the community as subsidized.
Pardon?
How many
get anything.
You don't get anything in the hospital? There's no outreach program, there's no drug program,
The only thing that they have here is, what is it? I don't know what it's called.
The South, 7th Avenue South or Mental on 7th Avenue.
It was a national, it's one of its kind. Young generation they have here. It has to do, teaches them like people that have to walk wheelchairs or paralyzed, and it's got like a little, I think it's downstairs, like a little platform to teach them how to get into it and how to work those obstacles, you know, they have. It's called a young generation.
and that's from the hospital?
Is it?
It's here, I mean, there, I don't know whether it's their patients or what.
But it's for to rehabilitate or
I think it's something in that area. It's called a young generation.
I've got a question generally, thinking about the hospital. Do they employ a lot of people in neighborhood? Or another question more broadly is, you mentioned quite a number of retired people in this area. Those, I'd like to find out what the proportion is, if you have any figures, and the people that are of working age, where do they work?
I for one know that majority of your working is not very much working. Is you've got your projects over here, which is mostly welfare reception, and at the same time, that's where you're allowed to be crimes and the drugs and everything going on. And then the elderly that live here, that's the time they hardly ever come out. They're scared to be robbed, because it's happened before many times. Over here in this business over here, years ago, there was a shooting. They killed somebody in front of a bakery or something. But they used to have long way down the house where the policemen would walk the neighborhood for a while. I don't know, they still do have it around here?
They may be bringing that back.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
They go down my neighborhood all the time.
Walking?
Walking?
No, in cars.
No.
The one go wrong this way and the other one go up that way.
No, I'm talking about walking. For a long time, they used to have this neighborhood.
Downtown,
which
I
was,
think you're bringing
they're-
policemen on bicycles.
Yeah, that's downtown, but here before they used to have them walk in the
I know they
neighborhood.
used to have him in the Marcos, because the people knew him, and I know they said they used to call that policeman if something happened.
They hardly ever do that anymore. The reason
Yeah,
for
they cut
it is it's too expensive, because believe it or not, it's cheaper to have one policeman with a car than it is to have 4 or 5 policemen that cover the same area.
But one policeman to 400 people is kind of hard.
Well, what I'm
Not
saying.
when they go 3 and 4 and 5 cars at a time. When you make a call from our end of the neighborhood down here, there's 5 police cars and 1 paddy wagon comes to your house to find out what's the matter. 1 paddy wagon.
Well, what
And
I'm
when they
saying
pick
is
them up,
that-
they put them in a paddy wagon. They don't put them in a police car.
What I'm saying is that the police, I understand,
That can be
believe
proved.
they're more efficient. They can cover more area with one person.
But what she says with the paddy wagon, 5 police cars wasted money.
Well, that's the way they come down, right?
Well-
This neighborhood down here. Because they don't know what they're going to find. Because I called them on my son down here. Because he broke in my house that last time and took all my stuff out. And there was 5 police cars and a paddy wagon come down to my house to pick up 1 boy. And the boy was only 20 years old.
They don't know what they'll find.
They don't know what they'll find. They don't know what they're going to run into. So they bring everybody possible to help bring them down.
The businesses in this area, are they owned and operated by people who live?
There's some like yeah, well, it's almost California, almost from that's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. And she's got about 5 restaurants right now.
But you say that when I asked you about employment, you talked about the welfare recipients and the elderly. Are you saying that the people that are employed are a minority here? I mean,
yeah, I would say majority. Kids either like I'm sure that the dropout rate is very higher on here. I'm sure that and that's one reason. Like I said, there's recreation, but this recreation like you see for little kids. I'm talking about the younger. I mean, much older, and having to be involved in a lot of community projects. Again, something like this going in would be nice to have some kids in here that are maybe 13, 14, that have ideas that maybe like your Tuscan shopping centers. Maybe what would they like? You talk to them and ask them, and their input. What would you like to hear compared to having Big Sur, compared to having the Oasis, or what's happening up here?
Well, my kids will want a video.
You know, like I say, like maybe a recreational where they have video films for them. You know, like going to a mall and the kids have all these recreations, like how they say they played all these little games for arcade.
Yeah.
We used to have one for years. That used to be a little convention, but it wasn't a bar before. But it used to be an arcade downtown, and we used to all go to it. We used to pack every day. If you got out of school, that was years ago.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But it would be nice something like that.
So you really are looking for some kind of commercial development.
Because I mean, the Phoenix City Council always has a lot of offers from developers from all over, but it's always north. And like you say, that what's happening here is like your stadium. Okay, it's built on the south, but again, if you you're asking now on the south, what are you guys going to have to do? Which again, where it was located, it's whoever they're going to pay in that area, like you say, the fire station. It belongs to the city. Why do they want to knock something down if they already have it? And it's huge. To me, it's wasted money right here. Paying and knocking down something that you already have.
And it's an old one. They should.
That's a
like
historical landmark.
Up north, they're fixing up this old one because it's a historical. That is historical.
Yeah, it's been there from. I mean, the first bars in town and everything. That was #1 place with the bell and the old fire hydrant, the fire station truck or whatever that used to go down with the ladder. That's how old that building is. Very, very old. And I can understand.
Now, where's talking about commercial development? I asked you before, but where's the nearest bank? Where do people do their bank?
16th Street and no, I take it back. There's
Central.
Brand.
First Interstate.
And then the other one would be Smitty's on 16th Street.
Yeah, Western Savings.
Western Savings, that's it.
And then you have to go either south.
There's a Valley National Bank right across the street from it.
On 16th Street.
3rd Avenue, Central and Grand.
That's where I do mine too. But there's a Valley National Bank there right across from Smitty's.
Yeah, 16th Street and Buckeye.
There's a Valley Bank there, but it's far.
Yeah.
For you guys, for me it's close, but for you guys it's far.
It's far. The closest is First
I thought you were asking for something.
That's where I'm at, First Interstate here on.
I don't even think they have that, what do you call it, banking machine.
No, they
My
don't
son
have-
has to go clear over to the other side. Having it, and I know it passes here on Buckeye Road.
When they were pushing the Beltrons, they took away from us the buses to come into the neighborhood. And they do, but they have them every hour now. Because like the buses now, they run from south to north, and they run every like 15 minutes. And I have a lot of kids that I know, students that are, they said they cram them so bad that there's, 30, 50 people in a bus, and I mean, they're waiting to see if the bus doesn't crash or anything, because these bus drivers, some of them are real sarcastic with a lot of the students, particularly in the areas that you belong to. Because I have my niece that tells me she lives in my neighborhood, she goes to North High, and some of the bus drivers, they're real rude, they don't like the kids from South Phoenix, and they either stop them about 3 blocks before they're supposed to get them, or stop them at past time.
You said the Beltran. Well,
with the RPTA,
if that bond election went through, they would have increased bus service.
Would have been increased, but the majority of the money would have gone for consulting fees regarding to the RPTA. The wording on the paper wasn't worded definitely to tell the public what it was.
When did it actually drop its service? I mean, 15 minutes.
They pushed it in that bill, or they passed that law maybe about 5 years ago, because I called, and maybe because I've been driving for quite some time, and I hadn't been taking the bus, but once in a while I like to just see what's happening and see if I go take a bus. And then all of a sudden they said, no, you have to get off. We used to have the bus transfer, you have to go down Mojave, that's where I live in that area, and then take Central, that's more down. And then you have to get off of Central and then wait for another bus for another hour.
Yeah.
And it's
Because a lot of these people here, they have to go down to
Where are you going?
Central. If
Downtown.
they want to go downtown, you have to go all the way down to Central.
Yeah, you have to walk.
Or a lot of
Before you used to have the
7th
buses
Avenue
come in
or
here.
7th Street.
The buses would come into the neighborhood before.
But the buses would.
They used to pass right through here, because
Yeah.
we used to take the bus to go to Phoenix Union. They used to stop right on that corner.
Right there, I remember that. And see, since they didn't get the Beltrans I don't see why they didn't just enact it that same way they had before on the buses. But even now, with the valley growing so big and so enormous, they should have 24-hour buses. And I'm sure these students would go to school, and they would go to their jobs as well.
I had the impression that Valtran was supposed to increase bus service.
I know they start out at 4:06.
If it was going to be used for some other area.
Start out at 5:45 in the morning and they quit at 9.
At night. That they quit at 9.
That's it.
So you want to go to the show?
No matter what bus you're on, they head for the depot at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
They take you to the depot, you're done for.
Are the buses going on, buses that do run, they're on 7th
There's 7th Avenue and Central and Buckeye. 7th Avenue and 7th Street. And on Buckeye Road. So either all these people want to go downtown, you see them over on Central Avenue in front of Mexico, the bus going up north.
That's where I go, catch a bus.
Or
It's over Central.
on Buckeye Road and Buckeye and Central.
I don't go to Smitty's to do my groceries. I go down here to the Safeway.
Yeah.
Because I get on the bus and I go all the way down to Safeway down at
Southern.
Southern
Yeah.
and Central. Because it's cheaper. Because I can get in here, get my groceries back out, catch me another bus. By the time I catch this one over here, get down to Smitty's, I'm already home.
To get to Smitty's, you would have to have a car, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Well, I got mine finally fixed.
A lot of people here don't have cars and don't know how to drive, so they're really stuck with it. They're either shut in or they have to.
There are a lot of people that are elderly that they cannot drive, that they're sick, or they have to depend on somebody to take them. Because I take my mother and she doesn't know how to drive.
Anything else that you have to talk about? Any other concerns that you want to be heard about that we could include in our study and hope will make
How
some...
soon will they find results regarding this? You said there's another meeting in this meeting tomorrow?
We divided the neighborhood into two. Today was from Central to 7th, and tomorrow's from Central to 7th Avenue.
Tonight is Central from 7th Avenue.
Tomorrow
Right
from
here.
Central to 7th Street.
From Central, you're going that way tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're going to the streets or the avenues right now. Here.
Okay. I got it
This
backwards.
way. Yeah, this
All right.
way. You're right here. That'll be the street.
Right.
Central.
Yes, it's in the same place. We canvassed the area and handed out.
You're saying that you're what's the name of your farm?
It's planning practicum. In other words, it's a workshop. Yeah, these are all these students are graduates. And they come from various backgrounds. Half of them are design students and half of them are generally social science. They have undergraduate. Maybe you could tell what's your undergraduate background?
Mine is industrial safety.
Mine is in geography. Mine is urban science.
Urban space?
Urban stuff.
Mine was real practical.
You're our man.
Philosophy.
You can generalize that.
Right.
Economics.
I think that's where the students there are. This is not the entire class. We have, as a matter of fact, you find most of the people that came down here are more people that are interested in neighborhood issues. Because we have a large number of designers and they're interested more in design of areas like Jackson Street. They're more interested here.
Regarding with this ball going to affect regarding to distance, where in this area are the artists going to go in?
Well, they're scattered all over the place too. We had meetings with them, and most of them are already located, I guess, around 2nd Street and in Madison.
Yeah, I know because I've seen that build.
Yeah,
They've got it
there are several
revitalized and
people.
designed.
There are several studios in that area, and because of the arena, the basketball arena, the city's going to displace them. They're not very happy.
In your mall that you're planning to promote, would you think of putting a daycare center, maybe for infants as well, a daycare center with infants as well as much
You
older
have a
kids.
daycare center at Friendly House that doesn't cover the needs?
No, but there's a difference in the Friendly House that's only people that have a certain income in regarding to like the DS or something like that.
Chicano por la Causa
Chicano por la Causa
is what you
is
make to a
different.
certain, I mean, it's not a daycare center regardless whether you're low income, regular income, whatever, digo. This is just like Chicano por la Causa. It has one according to what they charge according to what you make.
Oh, so you just can't take your kids there. I mean, just like if anybody else
And it's
of
full
the
half of
neighborhood.
the time. So.
And it's filled, but it's done through like the government where they're getting subsidized to somebody, and at the same time the low income person is able to have their kids there. But if this mall is a daycare, some of the students that are here probably that are not going to school, maybe they would be working and they would be off the welfare and doing something.
So it would be a rental
They don't have
for
their mother
profit.
to read them,
Yeah.
they could go back to school.
However,
if
they
had a place
want to
their
work
kids.
is regarding to when they
How
start.
effective have these community organizations, I mean, like Chicano, obviously, I would hope that they're a massive community.
Yeah, they are, but the only thing.
What areas have they fallen down?
Well, one thing with regard to, is it just only a mall, or would be improvement also to some homes, or maybe some apartments or something like that? Because see, one of the ideas that I had regarding to this vehicle stuff is that right now, even though Acorn and also to Chicanos por la Causa offers loans to people to improve their homes, it would be nice if they offered maybe a mother-in-law house where people that have land already can go ahead and build a house, and for the people that there's the homeless people under subsidies to the government be able to build an extra house for that person, and then again the government will pay subsidies to pay that person, to pay the homeowner, to get a little bit extra money where they can pay their electrical bills because everything's going up, and it could like through the government having to, like I said, it's a subsidies to build the homeowner that already has extra land to go ahead and build again apartments or little small houses again for regarding to the homeless that don't have homes and they're on the streets, be paid through the government on subsidies.
Do you have a problem with homelessness in this area? It seems
It's not.
Most of the people here are they renters or are they homeowners?
Most of them are. Some of them are renters. There's quite a few homeowners. Like the older ones, like the older houses usually. But there's a lot of the renters.
How is your position around where regarding to the alliance that's over here on the homeless? How is that?
Well, we were working.
We have
with them. Talking about this whole area. You have a lot of in this whole area here. I'd say you have approximately 6,000. Let's say before winter gets here, you'll have approximately 12,000.
I've got.
And they're sleeping around the graveyard right now.
I got one. I'm living in my house.
They should go down and see Tent City down there by Cass. Or just get up in the morning and go check out the Salvation Army. So they need a view. They need to get a whole tour of it.
So have you checked out that area over here what's called like the Tent City? Have you guys checked that area out where they have the homeless?
That's further north into the west.
That's on 10th Avenue and medicine because I work with the Andre House.
It's not that far from the project because again, your city council might not.
Right in the target area.
It's on the 10th Avenue.
Why not?
But it's in the area.
In that area. Yeah.
People are going to come down there.
And there are a lot of homeless, and there are a lot of kids with them homeless people. Lots of them.
Well, again, what kind of community services would you like to have?
Like I said, if they're getting loans from the government, they can turn around and subsidize them and advantage it. Not only because right now the interest rates, okay, they're getting, let's say, loans where they build homes, but then those homes over time,
they have central housing for the elderly.
They don't have enough of them. And retirement home here, there's not. And then a lot of them, like here in La Marcos, there's a lot of older people, you know, that they're sick, and maybe next door there's a young couple with kids yelling and crying. I mean, there's nothing they can do about it because that's all they can afford. You know, it'd be nice if there was a Sun City, you know, for older people, because there's a lot of them that are on medication, they go to bed early, get up early, and next door maybe there's some kids that want to play stereos, and, you know, they need their sleep, and, you know, there's nothing they can do about it. So it'd be nice if they had something, some kind of a retirement, or for older people, you know, maybe from the 60s or not, you know, that like to have quiet. Something in that area. Churches? Well, there's one on First Avenue, but St. Anthony's. So First Avenue and Tonto. And there's one here. There's one here that by 16th Street, and since the airport, you know, tore that down, they relocated them then, so they have that, you know. But there really isn't too many services, you know, helping.
How do you solve
What? It's mostly, I think there's a lot of Mexicans in this area. Is that what you're talking about? Spanish speaking?
So, a lot of people speak Spanish or?
Spanish?
Spanish, just Spanish.
See, and that's another thing that they need to have. They come in and ask them, usually a lot of these people do not like my mother. She's been here 60-some years, and she doesn't understand English. But they'll come and talk to them, but she don't know what they're talking about. You know, there's a lot of these elderly people that, a lot of them don't know what kind of services, like they can have food delivered to them. A lot of them don't know that. A lot of them don't know that there's services that they can't clean their house if there's a, you know, for the senior citizens. They don't know that. They need somebody that speaks Spanish to come and explain to them. You know, because a lot of them, they're afraid to ask because they don't know that those services are available. But most is this area, Spanish.
Sure. You know, I guess you're from a newspaper. I was just wondering if you have an input.
Goodbye. It's nice for you guys to show an interest back here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Because, you know,
and I hope something comes out.
I hope so too.
you have your finger on the community.
And you're in the right place. But we need more of you guys over here. Bye-bye. Good luck.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Working class community, basically. And I'd say for winter time, for winter gets here, you're gonna have an influx of transits in the area that come from Chicago, New York, whatever. My name is Greg Campbell. I'm the chairman of the New Alliance Party, 1-800-VOTE for the state of Arizona. The newspaper there is information that kind of lets you know politically what's happening throughout the country. And you have the same problem here that you have in other places if you don't have the snow here. When I was in Dallas, Texas, they had like the homeless situation, they had people sleeping in the graveyard there. And then as I traveled throughout some of the other cities, they had them underneath, they like to live in like in New York, they may be in the subways or under the city, you know. And it's political problem. So you're going to have candidates run and have people items first instead of profit bit first. You know, you got to have the, you know, like we believe that you should have a national health care package. You know, I don't think you should be charged for that you should lose everything that you have just because you get sick. And people need a decent, livable wages and not workfare slavery. And they need decent, affordable homes and not homes that they can, you know, $800 a month for a house, $400 a month for the car, and then you got to eat. If you're American, it literally drives our people crazy. So psychologically, the man and the woman start fighting with one another. You have a destruction of the family. So it's you're gonna have to put your people items first on the front burner. You don't have to do everything in reverse. And that's the type of candidates that you'll have to run. Yeah, our Southside headquarters is at 1508 West Buckeye, right down here on 15th Avenue. And we also have the Arizona Black Cultural Museum. That's at 1510 West Buckeye. And we have Stop Police Brutality there. We also have the Arizona Black United Fund, so they're all in the same company. But our state headquarters is on 23rd Avenue in Dunlap, and you can always reach us 24 hours a day by calling 1-800-1-800.
There's another idea we just mentioned that this wall would be nice. Is a museum would be nice. That you guys are trying to, you know, a museum, but at least they have a library here, but I mean a museum the kids have to go to see. That would be, when you mentioned museum, I thought about that. You know, that would be something different, what's occurring, what's being developed. What I was going to say is that this is a petition that we have that I've been in this group, the Alliance Group, and they went before the City Council, Carolyn T. Laurie and myself, and it's promoting that Buckeye Road be changed to possibly to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We went before the Capitol, which was Monday, before Rose Muffet, but she wasn't there, and Madam Manager spoke on behalf of the governor. And there was about 500 people rally on it, and we thought later after that, that's when Carolyn T. Laurie promoted before Mayor Goddard, asking him to endorse this. And of course, Mr. Goddard decided not to, and Carolyn T. Laurie announced it before all the governors and whoever was up there at the Capitol that if we have a holiday for Martin Luther King, why not go together and get on a bandwagon instead of just saying, you know, just let it pass, because we still have to go till January if it becomes, you know, a holiday, definitely, because now with Meekum and all these Meekumites or whatever, they're trying to ban it, rescind it all over again. So they're asking if possible, if you guys feel like endorsing, you have a petition here to ask citizens that are registered to vote sign this Martin Luther King. And I find it myself, it's a good petition in regard, because it's sending a message to the City Council. It's we the people that makes what's happening in the valley, just like you as students from ASU are coming here to promote and asking the neighbors and the citizens in the neighborhood what you want. And it would be the people united together and sending a message to City Council. And even though that the mall is more north of Buckeye, it's also given, you know, it's just asking. So this is a petition that we're kind of circulating through if you wish to, you know.
Yeah, I have one. We'll also have a statue of Dr. King going up in Buckeye Road too. And then
yeah, that one. Can they have any extras of these? There's just other people that I know that I can tell them about. Regarding to this, I have my like I said, I gave my name and phone number and anything. Any information that you guys, when you started, before you're going to City Council and asking, you know, with any ideas and whatever promotion of money to people to start to study. I like to be advised of calls. I like to appear as, you know, as knowing and getting other citizens involved into it. Like Adam Diaz, who is from this area, was a former senator, and I saw him today, and I told him about this meeting. And right now they're having a big festival here at St. Anthony's, and so majority of your people, if they didn't come over here, it's because the majority are at the festival today. It's like what you call Jamaica, where all the family gets together and all everybody's partying. It's just like going to a little carnival. And that's what I did this morning. When I saw that letter, I wanted to get as many citizens as possible in here, but like it's Sunday, and it's Sunday's our day off. Did you say a pepper tree, like the pepper tree?
Like the pepper tree?
Yeah, he'll know what he means.
I didn't.
He doesn't live that far from it. He didn't live that far.
Pepper, like the pepper tree?
Yeah,
I want to make sure that we have handicap access, a fitness center, social security, a bowling alley, a video arcade.
Recreation.
Right, those are recreational activities. Social activities, we need that you need a daycare center, something, and retirement home, and extended community services.
Also, too, extended community services, maybe rehab regarding to if within the community they might have, which is that there is drugs, maybe a counseling regarding to like an OK community or something like that. They can come in.
I know that Chicanos por la Causa has the Corazon.
What is that? Oh, the Valle del Sol, it's over here, but that's. Does that handle a lot of people in this community, or? That I've seen on the news as far as whenever you see on Channel 15, Channel 45, they show it once in a while. I really don't know how much capacity it has inside of it, but I would say that it's the only thing, the way you find out is checking the studies and calling and finding out.
But from your understanding, it would be feasible to have another.
Yeah, because I mean, this is more farther, more into this area, and compared to that one that's over here on the more east of the avenue. And but you know what I would like to see is where you have to study. Even though you have to study, if there's children that come to the next meeting, and I would like to see like these kids that were your kids playing, they would ask for a lot more. What I'm just saying is that having the children asking the kids that are playing out here, that are playing, say, what would you like to see in this community? Aside from this is what these people think in the neighborhood now, what do you would like to have here? Maybe since they like to skate so much, maybe an area where they can skate up and down, you know, stuff like this, where they would have their recreation, because they're the ones that are going to grow up this community, and if they already have, they'll know that what they'll want for their future generations.
Thank you, Tony.
You can, you know, you come by anytime. Actually, see us for real for like 24 hours a day. If you want some information about it, I believe in the city, but they'll teach you some stuff. Teach you about this.
Oh, yeah, I met them at the Capitol, and we were all rallying, and we know each other at the time until they saw me with my big sign. If ever you guys need help, like say go city council, I paint out billboards and new signs, and I go before mayor and the governors and whatever.
Yeah, this will change the road
helping me meet cause.
Buckeye to Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Thank you.
Well, nice to meet you.
How are your parents?
Right.
Dry? Good.
You guys want something to drink?
Maybe he might.
You want something to drink? Some pop?
Sure. Can I get you to sign this petition? This is change Buckeye Road to Martin Luther King Boulevard. You have some pop?
Yeah, it's right in this big cooler.
Does any of you guys need to be registered to vote?
Look at that. There's Pepsi and 7-Up cans. We'll help yourself.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Before you leave, I'm trying to think of what else I'm trying to think of. No, I was thinking at what to say.
Anybody else want to get started on? My kids are real good at it.
So, we got a meeting.
Well, if you got any more ideas, you're more welcome to call.
We got a meeting with you.
You have a meeting? Another meeting?
No.
Can I
Why?
get that?
You have a?
Yeah, Helen, once you... give Tony your number if he comes up with any more ideas.
Because I was thinking right now, when you guys leaving, I'm looking at the city and I'm thinking, what else is there to think that it would be beneficial for the valley?
Okay, let me give you her number.
Well, there's sure ramrodding this outfit.
I'm ramrodding this outfit, thanks. Thanks.
Is this one of your guys' books? Is this your book or your? Okay, great. See what's over here. Otherwise I would have bought it with my stuff out there.
Okay, and where did you send this? I'll put it on the map.
Constitution area, that's right.
Okay.
You guys follow through the areas of ASU.
Do you live in this? Does she live in this area?
No, I don't. No, there's students from
students out of ASU?
ASU and they're coming in with this idea. I know.
We tried, the city's going to be putting money up slightly to the north of here. What we want to know is what could be done for this neighborhood rather than up
Yeah,
north.
because it always is like that. Like you do it. Huh?
I met a man that owns this, owns US West Parking. He's got a book showing you the plan that